Hi friends, welcome you all. Good morning. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the types of mutual funds. With continue to that, we are going to discuss the types or the schemes of equity funds. In the last lecture, we have studied open-ended fund, closed-ended fund, then interval fund, actively managed fund, passive funds, exchange traded fund, and equity funds. So these types in the last lecture we have studied. Then again, debt funds, hybrid funds, solution oriented, and other schemes. These we have discussed. If you not got or not understand anything, then visit to previous lecture. Today in this lecture we are going to continue to that, that is diversified equity fund. This is a category of fund that invest in a diverse mix of securities that cut across sectors and market capitalization. Diversified, these words itself suggest that this fund, diversified equity fund, is going to invest in equity funds, means in the shares of companies, but in a different sector or in a diversified manner in different types of securities or shares. So market segment based fund next is, which is invest in companies of a particular market size. So equity stocks may be segment based on market capitalization as large cap, mid cap, and small cap. So what is large cap? Cap means the capitalization, market capitalization. Large cap means the how it is market capitalization is calculated. Market capitalization is calculated, that is the share price of that particular company, and into the number of shares. So what is the share price of that particular company into number of shares in the market. So according to that, market capitalization is calculated. So those who come under the large capitalization, market capitalizations, fall into category large cap funds, large cap we called it. So the fund which invest in large cap securities or shares, it is called large cap funds. Then mid cap fund. Mid cap fund invest in mid cap companies that have the potential for faster growth and higher return. These companies are more susceptible to economic downturn. Therefore, evaluating and selecting the right companies becomes important. So mid cap fund means the capitalization is calculated, the share price into the number of shares of that particular company. So mid cap is the smaller companies than large capital companies. Small cap. Small cap funds invest in companies with small market capitalization with intent of benefiting from the higher gains in the price of stocks. The risks are also higher. In the small cap funds, these are the small, very small cap market capitalization companies. So risk is there. These companies are not well settled like a large cap companies. So investing the fund which invest in small cap companies, that is called small cap funds. Then sector funds which invest in only a specific sector. For example, software sector, IT sectors, banking sector, then gold sector, then automobile sector, pharma sector. So according to that, these funds, sector funds, only invest in a particular sector. Then thematic fund. What is thematic fund? The investment is thus more broad based than a sector fund, but narrower than a diversified equity fund, and still has the risk of concentration. Means it is more broad based than sector fund. So sector fund only invest in particular sector, but thematic fund invest in uh, more than that. So there is a broader view. For example, an infrastructure thematic fund invest in shares of companies that are into infrastructure or construction. Then infrastructure toll collection, cement, steel, telecom, power. So the companies which are dependent on that particular sector, the fund invest in such companies called thematic funds. So it focuses not only that particular sector but the companies which are dependent on that particular sector, so it is called thematic funds. Then strategy based fund schemes have portfolios that are created and managed according to a stated style or strategy. So there is some type of strategy of investment, so it is called strategy based fund. So according to how the fund managed and how which strategy is applied for investment, so according to that strategy based funds or schemes have their portfolios. Portfolio means the number of investments. So if you have 100 rupees, then if you invest 10 rupees in shares, 10 rupees in bonds, 10 rupees in real estate, 10 rupees in bank deposit, so it is become your portfolio. Then equity income dividend yield scheme, these type of schemes, equity income or dividend yield schemes, invest in securities whose share fluctuate less and the dividend represent a larger portion of the return of those shares. So mostly the fund which invest for the dividend means the share of profit given to the shareholders according to their shareholding numbers. So the most of many schemes are invested for the dividend or for the equity income. So the a large proportion of the return from these schemes are dependent on dividend or equity income. uh, they represent companies with stable earning but not many opportunity for growth or expansion, so relatively risk avoided here, and the investment is in the stable the companies who have a stable earnings and who gives regular dividend. Next is value fund. The value fund invest in shares in the companies which are fundamentally strong companies. Fundamental means the revenue, sales, the base of companies, the market of the companies. So these are the some fundamental things which are strong, that are currently undervalued in the market with the expectation of benefiting from an increase in price as the market recognizes the true value. Such funds have lower risk, they require a longer investment horizon. So fundamentally strong companies means generally fast moving consumable goods, means daily consumption, um, the daily goods which required for the people have less adverse effect of market. If market there is some crisis, then also these goods are required for daily consumption, so it is called fast moving consumable goods. So generally these companies have strong fundamental uh, parameters. So value fund invest in such companies who have the undervalue. The share value of such companies is undervalued due to some market situations, but in future the true value recognizes by market and the price of that particular share in future will automatically increase because it is compared in the market it is undervalued. So next is growth fund. Portfolios feature companies whose earnings are expected to grow at a rate higher than the average rate. So it is called growth fund. Means the earning of in the previous value fund, the horizon of investment is very long because uh, it is a long term investment. In growth type of fund, the portfolio is selected or the shares of company selected in such a way that it provides the return higher than the average rate. These funds aim at providing capital appreciation to the investor and provide above average return in bullish markets. The volatility in return is higher in such funds. So the volatility means the fluctuation is very high in this type of funds. Risk is more compared to uh, value fund. Then focused fund holds portfolios concentrated in a limited number of stocks. So focused fund means focuses only few shares or few securities which are increasing fastly. For example, if you take the example of Reliance company, then the price of Reliance share was some around 1100 to 1200 in the March when lockdown was going on. But now if you look, it is gone beyond 2000, 2100. So like that, they identify the some selected stocks and invest in that. So it is called focused funds. But the selection risks are high in such funds because if the fund manager selects the right stock, then the strategy pays. It is okay when manager selects right stocks. But if the stock selection goes wrong, then it adverse the return because there is not a diversified portfolio because limited stocks or selected stocks are there. If these stocks uh, the stock selection goes wrong or the stocks selected which have not increased the return of investor, then there is the risk of such things. So the portfolio is more concentrated, the selection risk are higher in such funds. Next is equity linked savings scheme. So such type of savings schemes are diversified equity fund that offer tax benefit to investor under section 80C of Income Tax Act up to an investment limit of rupees 1,50,000 a year. So equity linked savings schemes are required to hold at least 80% of its portfolio in equity instruments. The investment is subject to lock-in period for 3 years, during which it cannot be redeemed, transferred or pledged. However, this is subject to change in case there are any amendment in the equity linked savings schemes guidelines with respect to the lock-in period and instructions or the rules given by government time to time. So equity linked savings scheme is the promotion for the investors because here income tax relief has given under section 80C up to an limit 1,50,000 rupees. So you will not get, you will get the tax benefit here. So now let us discuss types of debt fund. Debt funds are categorized on the basis of the type of debt securities they invest in. So there are different types of debt. Uh, so the categories depend on the basis of type of debt securities. The distinctions can be primarily on the basis of the tenor of the securities, short term or long term, and the issuer, that is government, corporate, public sector units, and others. The risk and return of the securities will change based on the tenor and issuer. So let us first discuss the debt types of debt on the basis of issuer. The issuer means who issue that particular bond. First is gilt funds. So gilt funds are, it is called gilt edge securities also. This fund invest in gilt edge securities, means the treasury bills and government securities. So here the issuer of bond or the debt is government, which do not have a credit risk, the risk that the issuer of the security defaults. These securities pay a lower coupon or interest to reflect the low risk of default associated with them. Mean gilt edge securities means government securities which have very less risk of defaulting. So the interest paid on or the uh, return on these types of fund is somewhat very less because of lower risk. So there is a market rule, higher risk higher return. So here risk is lower, so the return gets on such type of bonds is lower because of lower risk. Then corporate bonds, here it is on the basis of issuer who issues the bonds. Corporate bonds funds invest in debt securities issued by companies. So these types of corporate bond issued by corporate world companies, including public sector units also. Public sector units means the companies belong to government. There is a credit risk associated with the issuer that is denoted by the credit rating assigned to the securities. Means the credit rating that is the given by credit rating agencies. So before the investment, credit rating uh, given to that particular corporate bond observed by fund manager, such bonds pay higher coupon income to compensate for the credit risks associated with them. So compared to gilt edge funds or government securities, corporate bonds have somewhat higher risk associated with them, but return is also higher there. So higher coupon income is there to compensate for the credit risk associated with them. So this is the corporate bond. Corporate generally the credit rating agencies provide credit rating to such corporate bonds on so on the basis of that, company, the investor can take the decisions. Then liquid scheme. Liquid schemes are a variant of debt schemes that invest only in short-term debt securities. So liquid schemes means, liquidity means to convert investment into cash. So the cost of converting into cost and time. So time here is very short, so it is called liquid schemes. So such liquid schemes invest only in short-term debt securities, not very long-term. So here we are discussing type of debt fund on the tenure, on the basis of tenure. Short-term debt schemes, as name suggests, invest in securities with short tenors that have low interest rate, risk of significant changes in the value of securities, because when time spent reduces, the risk is also increases. Next is ultra short term plans, are also known as treasury management funds or cash management funds, They invest in money market and other short-term securities. The objective is to generate a steady return, mostly coming from accrual of interest income with minimal net asset value volatility. So these ultra short-term plans are uh, invest in treasury management funds like overnight fund and like that, means it is very short or for the very short time of period. Then short-term plans. Short-term plan combines short-term debt securities with a small allocation to longer-term debt securities. Short-term plans earn interest from short-term securities and interest and capital gains from long-term securities. So short-term plans invest in small short-term securities and also long-term securities also. So interest and capital gains get from long-term securities, and interest some return gets from short-term securities. So here is the combination of short-term and long-term securities. Then long-term debt, as its name suggests, such schemes as a gilt fund and income fund invest in long-term securities issued by the government and other corporate issuers. The return from these schemes are significantly impacted by changes in the value of the securities and therefore see greater volatility in returns. So long-term debt generally invest in gilties fund and income fund in long-term securities issued by the government and corporate issuers. So when term is longer, the return is also higher. So the return is depend on the time span. So long-term debt securities gets higher rate of interest, but the greater volatility in return these types of investment can see. So friends, that much in this today's lecture. In the next lecture we are going to continue with types of fund, but types of diversified funds we are going to discuss. So if you have any question queries, please mail me, write your name and roll number in the comment box so that I will get your attendance. Thank you, see you in the next lecture.